All right, so we're going to be playing Monopoly on 3 different platforms. So obviously the board, then we've got it on the app, on our phones, and also PS4 game. So yeah, we're playing the board.
Us to analyse it, we're going to be using Jennifer Priest's diagram on the user's goals of usability and experience. So we're just looking at stuff like, is it easy to learn? Is it easy to remember how to use? How efficient and effective it is? And also how rewarding and aesthetically pleasing and enjoyable the game is.
So the board game, Blair, what did you think? Love it?
Out of all of them, yeah, board game for sure. Just really old school.
Yeah, that's true.
And it's very hands-on. That's what I like. You don't get bored, like you're actually involved in the game.
Yeah, it's something different, not having to be behind a screen all the time. It's good family time as well to just sit down after dinner and
you can
play a
adjust
board
the
game.
rules on a board game. Like we just set our time for 30 minutes, and then after the time was up, we just added up what we had. Whoever was the wealthiest wins. You don't have to sit there for hours. You don't have to wait it out and follow the rules of the app or the PlayStation.
Yeah, that's true. It was really enjoyable as well because it was relaxing because you know that the game's going to end. It's not going to go forever. So you had a time. We didn't even watch the timer. It just went off, didn't it? But and it was cool. Were you the banker, Blair?
I was a banker. I love that.
Yeah.
That role. I was also the realtor for one bit, but it's too much.
I couldn't even do it. I didn't even, I was too busy making my tactical decisions and I still came last.
You won.
I won.
So this is the PS4 game, which was like $30 or something from JB Hi-Fi, but it also contained the other 3 games as well.
Risk, Trivial Pursuit, and Boggle on there as well. So I guess it's more for your money.
Yeah, I really liked this game for the beginning and just to look at it. It was really aesthetically pleasing. Yeah, the graphics were amazing, except it was boring to play. All you did was roll the dice over and over again.
Pressing one button. That's all you had to do to
You just press X.
And the bidding, we didn't even do that on the board game. I think we just pretty much excluded that. Whereas you just had to, if no one could afford a property, then everyone else had to bid for it. And especially with one control, we just got sick of it.
It was very, very boring after about 5 minutes worth of play. It just, it wasn't fun. It wasn't even interactive at all. It just defeated the purpose of Monopoly because you couldn't see the board. You couldn't see what was going on. So, it just became very boring. I think we only played it for about 10 minutes before we said, done. Yeah.
It was easy to learn though.
It was very easy to learn. Too easy to learn. But it was very satisfying to watch, as I said. It was slightly rewarding for a while.
And a bit more, kept everyone, I guess, slightly more involved in the app because you're all looking at the one screen.
Yeah. It is effective to use and, it was easy to learn the rules, but, overall, not very fun.
Travel the globe with friends. Play Monopoly Here and Now World Edition. Roll the dice to visit exciting cities. Use your money to collect stamps for your passport. First one to fill their passport wins.
And that was just a little video of how to actually play it. But I don't know. I wasn't that big of a fan of playing Monopoly on this platform.
You got over it quick.
Yeah, really quick.
Very repetitive.
And
it sort of defeats the purpose of having it as an app. Like most app games, you can play with people who are somewhere else. Whereas with this game, if one person disconnects, no one can play. It's like almost you had to be together to play.
Yeah. Well, it kind of refers back to the diagram where it's efficient to use. It is efficient to use if you were together, but the internet, you have to have fast internet, otherwise it's very slow. It took us, how long did it take you to connect?
It took me ages.
Yeah.
I have to say, I did like the app better than the PlayStation.
I feel like it was a little bit more fun, but the thing is, there's different rules on the app that I found. What was this? Flying across the world to get stamps and
the passport thing was weird.
Going from the board game straight to this app that had completely different rules, and the objective was different. It wasn't like collecting properties and building houses and then hotels. It was something completely different. So overall, I would probably say the board game.
Board game.
Yeah, I
Board
agree
game.
too.
Yeah, it's just so much better and it actually sticks to the rules. You can play it how you want. Doesn't have to go for hours and hours.
There's no technical issues involved.
Yeah.
I feel like we had a few technical difficulties with all of them. Like PlayStation, we only have one controller, app,
The internet
connection.
Yeah, so slow. Yeah, I found it, and although it was the most expensive platform to play it on, you can hand that down generations. Like, it's never going to change. It's always going to be the same, and it will always be entertaining to a certain extent.